It's all happening here at the Duke Hotel today for the long lunch for the Broadmeadow FC. We've got a few people to interview. Let's go have a chat with Mark Bosnich and Channel 7's Mel McLoughlin. Mate, looks like we're in for a great day here at the Duke.
Yes, we are. It's my second time here at the Duke of Wellington. I was actually here I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago at old Newcastle KB United with one of my old managers, Alan Vest, and a lot of old football people. So it's great to be back here for the Broadmeadow Magic. It's their 50th anniversary. Wonderful achievement. Originally, the club was started by Macedonian immigrants all those years ago, and to survive this long is a wonderful achievement.
Mate, and I guess football at the top level also depends how it's going at the grassroots level.
Well, yes, it does in a lot of ways, because basically everyone at the top level starts from the grassroots level. So it's always very, very important that the pathways are as clear as possible. What I'm saying, that means that you don't, basically damage too much of your goods so that they fall off by the wayside by the time they need to get to the top level. So this is very, very important. This is what I really look forward to during the off-season, so to speak. Well, it's nearly the off-season, but practically the A-League's over. We've only got 4 Asian Champions League games and we've got 3 internationals, but going to all these clubs, not only here in New South Wales, my home state, but all around the country, and to talk and to look and to see how things are going. And I just went to see the pitch. It was absolutely fantastic. I cut a bit of grass as well. That was really good.
Really going back to grassroots?
Yes, literally.
Mate, I was talking to the Magic president yesterday, and he said that it was a great thrill to have you back here today. But the success of the juniors coming through, he said that he's never seen anything like it, and that comes back to what you're saying, very strong in the area. Yeah,
well, the more talent that we have, the better it is. Look, football is the game, or soccer, whatever you want to call it. It's the game of the future, as we know. In this country, we have a lot of other sports which are above football, and they're traditional Australian sports, the Aussie rules, rugby league, rugby union, cricket, and football people totally understand that. But in terms of, when I say it's a sport of the future, it's very, very difficult to get mothers these days to let their children play those other sports. Cricket, not so much, but the others definitely. And that's what we're concentrating on to get the best athletes. That's where the real competition comes between the sports. For me, I'm a sport lover of all persuasions. I'll go now to the rugby league during the off-season, to the AFL and to the rugby union. But the real war, if you like, between the codes is to getting the best athletes playing your sport. And it's great to hear that we've got some great talent coming through, because eventually that's what people will want in their sport, is the best players.
You touched on there, you love rugby league.
Yes.
Big town here in Newcastle, the Newcastle Knights.
Not doing so well, are they?
Not so well this year. Not so well this year.
Well, you know who my team is?
What's your team?
Yeah, Parramatta Eels, so don't talk to me on salary cap. Best start since 1986, and they hit us with a salary cap.
What's going on?
Disgraceful.
Although you won the Harold Matthews grand final in under-16s.
Doesn't matter. We won the Auckland Nines. They can take it away, just like they took it away from Melbourne Storm. We know where the champ is.
Mate, a lot of people, of course, would associate you now with Fox Sports.
Yes.
How's that going?
Fantastic. I really enjoy my work. I've been back in the country now for 8 years. Been working there for all that time. It's very, very fortunate, very, very lucky for the first part of my life to do something that I love. The second part of my life, it's not playing, but it's the next best thing, talking about something that you love. So I thank the Lord that I have such a good job.
I know a few guys down at Fox Sports, and there's this dessert thing going on the weekends. What's that all about? Is it true?
Yes, it is true. It's somebody's turn. So there's 4 of us normally on the show. And obviously, once every 4 weeks, you have to bring desserts in for the rest of us. So I just get my mum to do the cakes, and she does them very well.
We're talking pavlova?
No, sponge cake.
Favourite?
Yes, most definitely.
All right, maybe there's a bit here today at the Duke.
Hopefully.
Righto, mate. Thanks very much for talking to Bar TV, and have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much, and hello to everybody watching Bar TV.
Mel, welcome to Bar TV.
Thanks. It's a real honour to be on.
No worries. Well, it's a big year for you. You've got the Olympics coming up. What's it going to be like for you this year? It's going to be a busy year?
Yep, another busy year, a little bit of travel, full on, all different sports again. But yeah, Rio is obviously the big one. It's going to be a big test work-wise as well, but it's something I'm really excited about. And yeah, it really does test you, and it's going to be enormous, obviously. And the Aussies, always good chances across the board, which is exciting as well. So, a lot of planning will go into it, a lot of research. But yeah, I'm just excited for August.
And I guess also working with the stablemates of the Channel 7 commentary team, like the likes of Bruce McAvaney.
Yes.
What's that thrill going to be like?
Well, funnily enough, when I started at 10, I went to the Logies for the first time and presented an award with Eddie Maguire and presented it to Bruce, as you mentioned. So that was a bit like a surreal moment. What am I doing this and giving this to him? But yeah, I've had a chat with him a couple of weeks ago at the athletics dinner where they named their team for the Olympics, and yeah, it was really great to talk to him, and he's a lovely man, very, very modest, but yeah, it's it's a thrill as well to work with all different people like that have been there and are so good.
How was it the other night at the Logies? I mean, just going back a bit to where you went when you were at Channel 10, you picked up the Logie for the Big Bash. I noticed your executive producer gave you a rap. You know, you were so instrumental being a part of that team. What was those years like?
It was a lot of fun. The irony, it was a strange moment sitting at the 7 table, and everyone there was, sort of congratulating me, which felt really weird because, it's the whole team, obviously. But it was a strange one not being at 10, obviously at that point, but I still felt proud and really excited for the guys, and Gilly obviously got up with my old boss as well, and afterwards I was with all of them, the sports team from 10, and spent that night with them and celebrating and enjoying that, and for me it was fun just to see everyone. So those years I did 3 seasons. The first 2 I loved all 3, don't get me wrong, but I always miss football, so it's always a bit of a strange one. But the last season was I thought just stop pining about the A-League for a minute and just enjoy it, which I did. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, very exciting. Not a job at all. Like the A-League, travelling around, having a lot of fun, and the matches were fantastic. So yeah, it's good.
And now you're reading the sports news on Channel 7 here in Newcastle as well. How's that going?
Going well. Yeah, I feel. What are we in May? I've only just started. I've been doing it for maybe 7 weeks. There's Bozza laughing in the background. Maybe about 6-7 weeks now, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting back into news mode. Get a lot of people telling me that I put a lot of football in my back announcers is always Premier League or the Wanderers or anything A-League that I can. So yeah, it's been fun. It's another challenge, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, as you say, you love, sport in general, but you've got a soft spot for football, soccer here, and that's why we're here today at the Duke Hotel. Broadmeadow Magic, one of the, I guess, strangleholds of the local competition. What do you know about, local football, particularly Broadmeadow Magic? They're raising the bar each year.
Yeah, exactly. I know you guys are going, I know it's sort of early doors with the competition, but you're going okay. I know you're a proud club. Big club as well, and also the region is a fantastic football region, proud football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. Always has been, for decades, and I obviously came up here a hell of a lot during the A-League, but even when I haven't been doing that, I still come up maybe once to twice a year, do something with a lower tier club, because I love it. I'll do it with, Bozza or Andy Harper, just because we love getting back to the grassroots, and Newcastle's a very unique area. The people here are great. It's just a different feel. You get to come to an awesome pub like this and talk football and have a real laugh, and and just talk about what we all love talking about, which is football.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, Bar TV Sports, we cover a lot of grassroots football here, and we have a lot of aspiring journalists wanting to, get into your chair, I guess. What would your advice be for an aspiring journalist, especially, women, I guess? We've got a number of ladies coming through. Bit of advice for them to take forward.
Advice. It would be do anything you can, work anywhere you can, learn skills from everywhere, start as small as you can, don't worry about getting paid nothing, don't worry about volunteer if you can, do it. If the money's rubbish, do it. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning, do it. If it's 7 days a week, if it's overnight, weekends, whatever, do it. And just work your way up. That's how I did it. You just keep working. You don't say no to things, and you pick up so many skills, and it just helps you in the long run. Just do whatever work you can, and don't be complaining about, it's not paid yet, it's not this, because it'll come. You work hard, it'll come.
Oh, that's great advice, all about networking.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. Networking, I know it's part of it, but I don't think I've actively done that. I just think I've worked, and things just come along. I'm not a schmoozer. I don't do red carpet things. If I have to go to something, you go, but you just put in the work, honestly, and passion. You can't fake passion. If you know what if you love it, that's part of the job done too. Don't do it if your heart's not in it, because what's the point, right?
Yeah, that's right. You can't fake it.
No, you can't. You can't fake fashion.
We have a great afternoon here at the
you.
Duke, and thanks for spending time with us on Bar TV.
My pleasure, and thank you for having me. I love it.
Thanks, Mel.